root of the society is the human being, and the root of the human being is the human heart. So from that point on, I wanted to touch the human heart because I think that's the way that we can actually change society in a positive direction.
That was wonderful, man. And we do appreciate you for that, man. But you know, you did make a very, very bold statement about your blackness,
Sure.
which has a lot to do with just identity in itself.
Mm.
You know, and like we speak about that here. You know, just that whole idea of identity. You know, and like one of the points that I was making that I've have made, you know, just not owning that blackness or whatever when it comes to just how we deal with each other in America or whatever. It takes away a lot of if you remove your blackness out of the situation. When we talk about the issues of mass incarceration, police brutality, things like that, if we are to take that out of the equation, then it's hard to find the problem, you know, to define what the problem actually is. Like, so if I take black out of the equation, right, and we talk about mass incarceration, then we just know people get locked up. But if I add that into the factor, you know, if I put race into a factor, then we see that blacks are disproportionately you know, mass incarcerated. If I talk about police brutality, then we could say, okay, well, you know, if I remove it out of the equation, it'll be like, okay, well, you know, people get, you know, harassed by the police. But if I put race into the equation, it's like, you know, well, disproportionately black people get, you know, are victims of police brutality. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's a very important, at least to me, you know, it is a very, very important factor to put in. And like, those are a lot of people who are critics of your message, which, you know, we all want to be one as people. Those are some of the criticisms. So what do you say to that?
Right. Yeah, you know, I say that, you know, my piece isn't a denial. You know, I think that we, you know, clearly socially I'm black. You know, like, you can't deny that. Can't deny the history that comes with the color of the skin. But you know, my thing is, you know, to really, it's clear racism exists. You know, racism exists. Race, however, doesn't. Race is an illusion. And so my question is, how long are we going to continue this illusion, perpetuating it? How long are we going to, you're right, the mass incarcerations and the disproportionate the inequality, the housing inequality, you know, how long is this going to take place? And it does need to be addressed. Yeah, I don't think we can deny it. You know, we can't deny our social experience because it's beautiful, it's unique. But you know, I tell people to find out who they are. Who is it that is black? You know, what is it that's black? You know, what is it that has the body, the black skin? You know, look and go deeper. So my message is more of a spiritual message. It's not a denial or a denouncement of the material reality, but it's really to go deeper to find out what is it that is actually black. And when you find that, you find that we are loved beneath. But you kind of have to look. So I just tell people to find out. Don't necessarily believe what people have told you. You know, don't take this on or just on faith. You know, find out if you are what you are. You know, I mean, anybody that gets their you know, their DNA sequence will find that they have number one, they have African genes because the human species comes from Africa. You know, so we're all, I mean, you say spiritually, genetic, like we're all really more similar than we are dissimilar. But you're right, there is a social issue that must be addressed, and I agree, it has to be addressed, it has to be stated. But also we have to find out who we are, what we are, because there's an old quote from one of he's a spiritual